in real life, all these games need to understand. You better get your little playtime out because when GTA come out, no one's playing nothing but that, bro. Let's be real.
That's a
So
fact.
they better keep us hot, bro. Like,
That's a fact. Dude, the Battlefield 6 thing, bro, I was watching, like, obviously, like I said, Tim the Tatman was there. They had a bunch of former pro COD pro players all there. Snapping, too. Like, you could tell their skill was transitioning over pretty well. Dude, it looked fun. They're adding a Battle Royale to it. So that's going to be cool. It sounds like that's not coming until later. But it's. I was just watching them play. The sniping looked, like, satisfying. Like, it actually looks like they're getting it right.
Call of Duty got to step it up, man. They're getting shitted on right now, specifically by Fortnite. Before even Battlefield got to this point,
Right,
like
right,
yeah,
even
Fortnite.
down to, like the events and shit. Like the
right.
biggest one they had, Kong and Godzilla, but that was bullshit.
That was
And
some.
then,
Yeah, that was some
you know what I
bullshit.
mean? Like you got a whole lobby where you could wait and watch a trailer for the shit coming, and then the events are actual events. You know what I mean? Where
Literal
you,
events, yeah.
yeah,
You know what I mean? All the characters you can buy. What I like too, I think Battlefield said it. They said they're not gonna do the whole like skin thing where they're I think someone said he goes, we don't need Nicki Minaj in our game. We don't like you know what I mean? So you can see Battlefield's definitely been taking subtle shots at Call of Duty. They're gonna just keep it. I mean, I think that's when Call of Duty was at their best when they didn't have all these different operators like when they were trying to do when they were trying to do what Fortnite's doing. I was like, no, Fortnite works because it's more cartoonish. It works.
yep. Versus
Fucking
this
first
shit,
person
like
shooter.
yeah, the realistic shit is getting played out, man. You gotta add other elements,
It's
like
you got to choose which one you want to be. I feel like if you're COD, either be a serious war game or be a fucking playful joke like Fortnite. You know what I mean? For everything works at Fortnite because of how it's set up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's
yep.
all
some shit just
playful.
doesn't fit right. Beavis and Butthead shit. You know what I mean? Which is not bad, but it's like,
Who cares?
Right.
right? What does it got to
Who cares
anything, bro?
about
I don't.
this kid and like Cheech and Chong? That's cool, but like, eh, I
It's
want to see Power Rangers. Put Power Rangers in the bitch. That's what I want to see. I want to be a Black Ranger. You know,
that. I feel like Fortnite they do is they relate their like current battle pass and the whole season based on the characters that they want you to buy or play. You know what I mean?
yep.
Which kind of gives you a reason to play the game. You're just throwing us random characters like that's gonna excite us to play. I wasn't playing, so you think giving me characters gonna make me play? Give me
Right.
something to do, some fun, some you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe
You know,
Battlefield. You feel like they got the recipe. They like we watched how y'all fuck it up. we
Right, dude.
got
I
to do
really
it.
actually think that might be because they still had the regular like because Battlefield's really known for their like large team deathmatch, like a fucking
yep.
50v50. But it
But
looked fun.
even down to things like movement. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite, they started adding things. You jump to the side, jump off the wall, launch off of shit, tuck and roll. Fortnite,
Yeah,
I mean, Call of Duty is just you can slide, run,
they
you
were
can do the 360 spin or whatever. The
the
fuck not.
Omni
Like,
movement shit was pissing me off a little bit, man.
yeah,
Because there be times where I'm like, bro, why the fuck am I jumping backwards? No,
Just trying to lay that.
I'm just trying to lay down, bro, and I'm diving. I'm. Yeah, dude, I think Battlefield's gonna be really good. I never really got into like, the story of Battlefield, but I think they were more of a multiplayer style game. Was
And
a
shit, maybe a 50v50 might be fun. You might need something different, bro. That's probably what it
yeah,
is.
I will say the clips I see look pretty fucking fun.
dude, it looks like really good, like graphics wise. They're nailing it. Like it sounds
Like
like
the
it's.
clips I see,
Mhm.
of people jumping out of a plane with the fucking flight suits or whatever, and like flying behind somebody, wiping the whole team, jumping off the cliff, flying down and some more shit.
Yeah,
That's tactical, fun. It's not you. It's some shit that you don't see coming. Versus in Call of Duty, you kind of learn how people approach situations. You learn exits and enters.
yeah,
You learn how to make your footsteps. It's just observation essentially, but Battlefield is actual strategy. some shit you just not gonna see, and that's what I like.
Dude, they actually explained it too with like the SMGs. He goes, "Yes, finally, an SMG where, I know for a fact. I think it was Scump. He's like I think he was part of Optic. He's, I think they actually labeled him as like the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. But he was like, yes, I love that I have an SMG and I have to actually think about, is my gun gonna make it? I can see that person." Because in Call of Duty, bro, some of these SMGs are pretty much assault rifles. Like I was like, bro, and he was like, no, bro, this SMG is not gonna reach there. The shotguns actually, when you're closer, they actually do like two
More
pump,
damage.
pause, but two pump, two pump in a fucking shotgun
Yeah,
literally
and then
kills them.
some Call of Duty too. Like depending on the like light machine gun you use, not we don't really use those like that, but say we used to, but it would fuck up your field of vision. Certain things you wouldn't be able to see because of this big ass magazine
Yeah,
coming off the fucking gun. Eyes of Wakanda.
yeah. Let's talk about Eyes of Wakanda.
Yeah, that shit was really good for 4 episodes. I like the animation. I know a lot of people were shitting on it online,
I
but
thought
I
the
liked
animation
it.
was great.
The
I did
first
too.
episode, I didn't like it just because my eyes wasn't used to it. But then
Yeah,
they did a thing where they zoomed in on like some vibranium shit, and it was like how the whole thing worked, and I just felt like that looked really good. And once it clicked, everything just clicked. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, this do look really good.
and the other part I found fire was how they incorporated ancient heroes like Achilles and shit like that.
That was
And shit,
cool. That episode was
Right?
cool.
the
Because
Troy
at first,
episode.
I was like, why are they doing this? And then, obviously it tying into the last episode, future shit, forward and all that. I was like, this is fire. But yeah, I just like the spin on it. You didn't see other heroes. You more so saw like figures that are known as heroes today. You know what I mean? In the real world, and how it interlined with Wakanda, and basically how the nation itself is more important to the world than they think. I
Right.
don't know. There's some deep
No,
shit to that.
I love that. Yeah.
I loved how they took a concept that we already seen and dove deeper into it. Like we knew about the war dogs already. Like Killmonger's dad was a war dog. That's like, so I like the idea of showing how they really get down. You know what I mean? Obviously they get down.
It's fire, dude. I love the I love how they wrapped it all up, and I love how it did. Um, how the last episode was like, no, we went on a search for all these relics, and so them telling the stories for the first 3 episodes, they pretty much summed like, oh yeah, we saw what the average viewer saw, but we were watching it to look for it, see if this relic was the one that we need that affected this, but it ends up being the axe
Yep.
that Michael
Like,
B. Jordan freaking
same thing to the concept we already was comfortable with. Flipped it again.
flipped it, and they pretty much said, no, we need Michael B. Jordan to break into that museum, kill those people, and steal that for T'Challa to see that we need, we need that scenario to happen for, which is cool. That means
So
that
that
axe was supposed to, yeah,
Yeah, it was damn near a canon event, bro. Literally, the
yeah.
world was destroyed if they didn't do that.
Yep. And
Now,
then just seeing that scene at the end of him standing in front of it, I'm like, that's fine.
like that's how I was confused a little bit at first because they basically changing the MCU's timeline rules just a little bit. You know what I mean? Because she said once we fix this, our timeline will merge back to how it was supposed to be. Well,
I
really, it's
did.
more like the way they do it in the MCU is like if you chop it, it's dead. All of y'all are gonna not exist basically because it never. But it seems like they took the Days of Future Past time travel
Yes,
rule also canon though. So
that's what I
like,
was pointing out. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm okay with it. I feel like they answered the questions enough by having that Killmonger scene at the end. It basically summed like if you didn't understand it, you better get it now. Like,
Yep.
yeah. Like I had to go back and watch it a couple times to make sure I understood correctly.
Yeah,
Because
it's basically, not to cut you off, my bad,
oh, you're good.
but it's basically like that first. That's now the first story in the MCU. chronologically. You know what I mean? It starts there. Then it goes to I think Captain America. But Like
Oh yeah, technically, yeah.
basically, like Jaylen was saying, the timeline was already a different timeline starting off, and it
Right.
merged into the 616 by that event, which is fire. The
Yeah,
way
I
they
like that.
spun it.
Yeah,
That's I don't. They didn't tell you the name of that last Black Panther, but that much she was OP low key.
overall, Eyes of Wakanda, I think it's underappreciated right now. I feel like not enough people talk about it. I don't even think we've really gotten anybody on YouTube that really gave us like solid breakdowns of it. Like, I was like, man,
The
this
thing
shit's
about
fire. This shit.
the shows that are that short,
It was that much.
people look past them so fast. Like
Hmm.
if it's 6 episodes or more, okay, you got it.
Yeah,
If it's less than that, people gonna look over it and just be like, okay, that was a short. That was like a Disney short, like a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's really deeper than that.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, as far as full canon go, they did it to where you don't have to watch it for it to, you know,
yeah. True.
yeah,
You
you
don't need to.
don't have to watch anything because it is the same story essentially. Like the Killmonger shit is still the main plot point essentially.
yeah.
Hmm. We're just giving
I
more
feel
history to Wakanda.
yeah, and because like I really enjoyed see the War Dogs doing their thing. I'm not gonna lie, like to see how they actually influence other countries and civilizations, crazy.
I wanted to see. I hope they like incorporate this history and they kind of like subtly talk about it in the Black Panther movies going forward. Where they're like when they talk about history, they mention some of these guys again, and they're
Well,
like,
I
oh yeah, we watched that.
I'm sure they will, because what it makes me think of is the beginning of Black Panther 2, when all the nations are like fighting over the vibranium, trying to steal it and shit.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It kind of is a reflective moment in a way. You know what I mean? Because all that was done so that Wakanda was connected to those nations,
yeah.
but those nations are still trying to rob them. So at some point, I feel like this story is gonna come up in a way. It kind of has to, in my
Hmm.
opinion. Like
Yeah,
a young
whoever
child being taught, T'Challa Jr. being taught about history of Wakanda, and it's brought up in that sense. I don't know.
maybe the stories of the War Dogs itself, but nobody knows what they did as far as the time travel goes. Only they do.
Oh, that's
That's
true.
true. Unless the prince, you know,
Well, even then though,
told
he
us.
even lied. He told them like, no, this is what happened. Like I told him to abandon the mission, right?
Yeah.
So as far as they're concerned, they just abandoned it and they just couldn't find it. But that's actually a crazy concept. I actually never realized that. Only those
Wish,
three people are aware of that time traveling.
and I wish there would have been a little more TVA in it. But the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
we've seen TVA ignore shit when they deem it is supposed to happen. So if she was supposed to time,
Endgame, yeah.
And
right?
game,
They was
literally.
time traveling like crazy. They was going.
This is a
They
canon
fucked
event.
up. Had to go somewhere else. Go ahead, Jalen. My bad.
I said they said it. It's the canon event. Killmonger needs to get this act, so it does, that's kind of speaks to all of that. And I will say this though, whoever is working on the Black Panther stuff in whole, like minus Ryan Coogler, it seems like they really want Killmonger back. To me personally, like every time
He's
they bring up Black Panther, it's
he's in it.
always about Kill. Even in What If, you know what I mean?
What if
I
Black
mean,
Panther 2? I mean, he Wakanda Forever. He literally is in the movie. Like,
They're bringing
and
this man back, so I
he
don't know.
pop up in Secret Wars as a Black Panther from a
I
different
would love it.
timeline.
I would love it.
That's why I say this. It, actually, the shit from What If, that version of him with the shits. But like anyway, like in the comics, like Killmonger's always around. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Right now, in the ultimate timeline, this nigga is fucking T'Challa's bitch. While T'Challa out in the field. And he done went in the Black Panther Cove. He got a little mask he rocking with his gear and shit. You know, some shit. But that's because T'Challa told him, I'll let you be the king of Wakanda. I'm still the Black Panther though.
which
That's
is
how
what I want to happen, but like flip that for Secret Wars, we see a version of Killmonger where it's like, no, T'Challa, who you're not gonna see, right,
Mm-hmm.
is the
yeah.
king of Wakanda, but I'm the Black Panther type shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And that to me, like a way to write him in without and keep Chadwick there, because the problem they're facing is they can't. It's hard to do anything without Chadwick there unless you're just gonna use Shuri for everything. So we'll see how they
Yeah.
flip it.
Well, they introduced his son, so that already says like he's gonna be the next Black Panther.
Afterward, as far as that movie goes, because Black Panther in the storyline of all of this, he's a big character, correct? Like,
This
He is, yeah. In
so
Secret Wars, yeah, they need him, yeah.
Secret Wars, that nigga gets the Infinity Gauntlet, he go back in time, all
Gets
type
the
shit.
Marvel Zombies, I believe,
Uh,
or is that a different story?
that's a different story, but he becomes the king of Metropolis or some shit. It's like a side of Wakanda where they bury the dead. He's like the king of the dead, but he's still the Black Panther. And Eric Killmonger is the king of Wakanda. And in some
Understand.
timelines, it's Fury. She's the queen of Wakanda, still the Black Panther too. So, they gonna bring him back in some way. They have to.
no,
Like Secret Wars, you would think that they have to take what they did with Endgame and be like, okay, we have to somehow beat this.
yeah,
And I'm like, Secret Wars is quite literally the only story that you could go with that you could
Yeah,
actually, because for one, that one in 2015, and when it comes to comic book readers, that was probably one of the hottest comics in the last decade to
yep.
come out like that.
And Civil War too.
Oh, I was talking about Secret Wars,
Not
yeah.
I know, but I'm saying that and Civil War two.
Oh, Civil War. Okay, sorry.
Not
it's
Civil War two. Second,
this is
basically.
like the equivalent of DC's Crisis. You know what I mean? It's their perfect
Yeah,
time, the
Yeah.
biggest story you can, and then you can minimize and go back to the beginning, basically, because you. If Franklin's gonna rewrite the universe, basically, you could do whatever, bro.
That is going
yeah,
to be
and then
such a cool scene. I hope.
in the end of Secret Wars in the comics, you don't even really see, where they're from, for real. They just kind of they're all Celestials. Franklin's just handing fucking these war trees and slingshotting them bitches in space, and those are whole universes. And he's
Yeah,
sending them out.
it's Franklin and Reed. That scene, they're going to definitely do that with Pedro and whoever. So that tells me we're probably not going to get a grown man Franklin.
Depending on the direction they go, we might because there is a grown up Franklin in the comics
Yeah.
and a grown up um Valencia. That's the sister's name.
I thought it was
If they
Valeria.
Valeria, you right.
Valeria.
I don't know where it came from.
But,
Valeria.
because it's Franklin as a kid is the one that, he's the one that him and Reed are the one putting the universes together, right?
Yes.
So I wonder
Yeah.
if how they would. Because a lot of people were like, oh, we want to see Keanu play grown man Franklin, and he do the whole, like, he calls Galactus.
That'd be fucking weird.
If he's so strange.
What? No, that would be fucking weird. Come, my Galactus. No. Come from Kia.
Yeah, from
No.
Keanu.
Come to it. But yeah, there's an older version. He's basically Galactus, but he feeds with knowledge
Mhm.
instead of actually eating planets. And Galactus is his herald.
Right.
You know,
Okay. No, Secret Wars is gonna be fun. We're gonna see the scene of Doom absolutely eviscerating fucking Thanos.
I can't wait to see that.
That's gonna be fucking fire. Thanos is gonna come in with some crazy monologue, and Doom is gonna be like, "Yeah, fuck all that." Bow.
Yeah.
Just
Thanos come on monologue and talking about I was the previous wielder of the Infinity Gauntlet. Doom, do you have it now?
no.
I do not. I don't need it. Ugh. Then snap his
It's just snatched his spine out his fucking body, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
So
Whatever Spider-Man, I hope they redeem the Hulk. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Yes, they need to do. I love that someone pointed out they were like, okay, so Hulk is in this, Punisher is in this, Scorpion's in this. How is this grounded? How is this a grounded Spider-Man movie with if it's the Hulk? But if it's Smart Hulk, you can definitely make it. If it's the Hulk we're getting now. But I think Mr. Negative is also supposed to be in it, so I wonder if he's going to play a part in the Hulk, like like how Scarlet Witch did it in, was it Age of Ultron?
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of triggered talking about the Hulk right now because I just rewatched the original Hulk, and bro, why they nerf him so fucking bad, man? This nigga was getting bit by a pit bull got bigger and broke the motherfucker's
Oh,
jaw.
you're talking about the Eric Bana one.
Yes, the original Hulk, not the Incredible Hulk. Hulk.
Hulk from 2003, where they were doing like
Yes.
the comic panel style movie shooting, and that's pretty. I remember I went back. I was like, wait, this is so weird. This is
The way they
Fire.
showed it coming throughout that movie, still top tier. Like we have not seen our Hulk travel like that yet. Like I would be honest.
oh,
If
in
we
2003
have,
where he was jumping.
Yes.
if we have seen him do it, but it's like one giant leap to get to where he's going, not far. You know what I mean?
From building
This
to
man
building.
across miles of desert. You see what I'm saying? Like getting little, bro. Like
Yep.
I know we were talking about Hulk, like side thing for the recording. I still think Eric Bana, if anybody's watched Untamed, he should have been Joel in The Last of Us.
I feel you.
He would have been so much better than Pedro.
Uh,
Based off that role alone, I was sitting there. I'm like, how did they? And did anybody think of this man? He's got the beard going on, the gray hair, walking around. Yeah, got it. He's nailed it. But too
Pedro
late now.
can do a job, but you can tell that they cast him because of his big name.
Oh yeah,
You didn't believe. You didn't
definitely.
believe he was Joel. I feel like there was probably a bunch of people who auditioned that probably were better, but this is Pedro Pascal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do think we're gonna get more than more than one more than one read. I do think we'll see them all. Like I want to see the Council of Reeds,
Yeah, fire.
and I want it to be different reads too, not just a bunch of Pedro Pascals. Like
in the
maybe
in the comics, the thing when he finds out Reed has that, it's like, bro, what type of freak narcissistic shit are you on, man? Like, he cussing.
Wow.
You're in
But
a secret committee that in another secret committee.
hey,
I'm
I was gonna say
worried that they're going to do it because they did the Calypso Kings and then they just pivoted from that story. You know what I mean? So like maybe they're scared of the connection, I guess.
that'd be cool to, and then plus that way they can pay the homage of like Eon Gruffin. Oh, that's right. Zach, you weren't in the Fantastic Four video, but yeah, we definitely talked about that at length. Was low.
Wait, what?
Talk about
Whoa,
Eon
whoa.
Gruffin. That's the original Mr. Fantastic from the 2000s. Fantastic
yeah,
with
with
Jessica
Jessica.
Alba. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. What about him?
he thinks that he thinks Los thinks that's the best Reed Richards.
Of course he thinks that he's the best Reed. Los is just a vintage 2000s movie glazing motherfucker. Like, that's everything new that comes along. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. He turns his nose up at it. Other than Tom Holland Spider-Man. That's
He
it.
was doing that because I understand on this. Tom Holland's a better Spider-Man than Tom.
I agree.
Shoot, don't get mad at me.
You'd actually
I
be
agree.
surprised how many people actually agree with that. Actually, think Andrew Garfield is.
That's not me saying Tom's movies are better. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying like just Spider-Man, Tom Holland, Spider-Man. I don't think of Tom. I just don't think of Toby. Like
Stan Lee said it before he died. Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man and the image of Spider-Man that he believes is the best. Told him that. So
and I think
that's that point.
Reed is more so how to use powers than the actual character. Like, I don't think that he hates Pedro. I just think that they use Pedro's power as his brain. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, that was the thing we were talking about. Jaylen had a point in the editing. He goes, bro. The whole point was that his brain is his arm. He doesn't have time to stretch. He doesn't. But like, I wanted to point out too. I forgot. I never pointed this out. I was like, Pedro's Reed. He clearly uses it for his convenience.
Right.
More of his convenience than anything. Like it's like he's the smartest man in the MCU in the whole Marvel comic unit. Like it's, so of course he's gonna come up as awkward, and yeah, bro, like. Eon Gruffin, the original, sure they used it. They definitely pointed out his stretchy powers, but that was also Fox that probably they didn't quite understand the characters because that's where they also thought that Chris Evans was not smart. They thought that Chris Evans, Human Torch, just wasn't smart. Yeah, he's a playboy and gets bitches, but he's not stupid. He's
He's not.
like that's why I like that this movie they had it accurate where they point out they likes girls. Obviously, there's too much shit going on for him to even be worrying about girls other than the Silver Surfer, but
Yeah.
but he's also a scientist. He's also smart. Like, he's just not Reed Richards smart, but no one is.
Not even that nigga Tony. Tony Stark.
Tony Stark,
I
yeah.
wanted video, but like, I understand it's a comic book, but these motherfuckers act like they never met a smart person before. What smart people do you know are as cool as Tony Stark? You see what I'm saying? Like, they're just not. Doesn't happen like that, bro. Ain't no way you the smartest nigga on the planet and the coolest nigga on the planet. It's not happening, bro. It's just, to be that smart, you gotta be a little awkward, bro. Like,
Bro,
it
and
is
then,
what
like, they were, is like, dude is a new father. Like, this is his firstborn. He's got to still worry about protecting the planet, make sure everything is working, functioning properly. Like, and they're like, you know, he should have known about. I was like, bro, this is the same guy that literally said that he should have known that the suits weren't going to work, and then that's what, and that they got all these powers. Like, he said he should have known that this could have been prevented. Like, he beats himself up over that.
I didn't want to use them shits for it. Like,
Right, like, I was like, so yes, like,
this Mr. Fantastic matches with this Sue Storm better than both of the other iterations.
they
You know
made,
what I mean?
they,
Together, they look better. First off, what's the first dude's name that Los likes?
oh, Eon Gruffin.
There's no world where he can get Jessica. You know what I mean?
Dude,
There's no, listen, he cannot get Jessica. She's too far. It's not a thing. He don't look like he's supposed to be next to her. And then he tripping a whole movie. You know what I'm saying, bro? You fucking up your relationship. You gotta get that on lock. You finna lose
Right.
the Doom gang. Playing game. Stupid. How you smart but you're stupid, dumbass? This one.
He's smart, but you stupid dumbass.
Not bad. It is. Vanessa Kirby is beautiful, but you could tell the way that they act together, she probably got feelings, like, not for him, but it came off that those feelings is real. I didn't feel like they had chemistry like that in the other ones. They was fighting the whole time, basically. They wasn't even together for the most of it, bro. You know what I mean?
Literally. The whole second movie, they were supposed to get married, and they didn't.
Nigga was in the club, stretching out for the bitch.
He definitely did. He said,
Oh,
he
And
was
on her
hitting,
Doom.
he was,
nigga was
hitting-
talking about big boom. He stretched his fingers out. All the girls was like, ooh.
Bro,
Like,
he
y'all-
said, Chris Evans' Human Torch was absolutely hysterical, but
I
again,
liked him better because they touched on different sides, which is fair. So I wouldn't say I like him better. They're just two different Johnny Storms completely. It's not even the same character. You literally, I'm sorry, like, the putting Johnny as a scientist in this one was a great move. It's
Yeah.
but because really, to me, I'm not comparing them because they are different, bro. Like, fundamentally different characters. Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, was a fucking hot rod douchebag the whole
Yeah.
time. And if you give him powers, that's how I expect you to act. Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, literally had character, like, flaws. Not from his character, but I'm saying as a person.
Mhm.
Put in the same situation, would he react the way that the new one did? Like, he's like, bro, this is my nephew. I'm not playing these
Oh
games.
yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
It's like they're fundamentally just completely different. They're not even worth comparing to me.
No,
You
the
know what
Chris
I mean?
Evans one is. He's clearly not a scientist.
Right.
I think, was he more of an engineer or something like
I didn't
that?
think-
I was like,
feel like
because he
that's-
obviously had to get some type of credentials to go into space with them. Like,
It literally was just Sue's little brother. Michael B. Jordan, his version was an engineer. You know what I mean?
yeah, okay, that's right. That's
Johnny
right.
Snowboarding, X game, thrill seeking. You know what I mean? Like,
His first scene was literally him riding a motorcycle and he was making out with a chick. I was like, well, who is this girl just driving with him?
just
Michael
Sue's
B.
little.
Jordan Torch sucked. Fucking hate that version. It's cringe. It's ass. That whole movie is ass. Just straight fun. Booty meat, booty sweat, all of that.
Was it that bad? Yeah, it was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. I was like, this is supposed to be Doctor Doom. I was like, that's not what happened. That's,
Like, what's the dude who played
Power Ranger villain, bro. This movie fucking ass.
Bro, he had no chance for me at all. Also, the thing also had no chance for me because how they showed him in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like he's just the pile of rocks in the beginning. I didn't like that, bro. I
Nigga
didn't like that.
emerges out the rocks. You're a thing. Come on.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like that.
That was another thing I did like about the original Fantastic Four. I love that Johnny was the one that gave them the names. He said he goes what is that thing? He goes, that's it, the thing.
And what type of loser shit is this? Flame on.
That was no. That baby, I was like, no. He can do it on command. He can do whatever he wants. He doesn't need no damn Ben 10's Omni.
So what the fucking you got to turn a knob on your wrist, bro? Like, come on, bro. And then Reed. I don't know, man.
Miles Teller, yeah. They made him a horror fucking character, bro. He
hate him as Mr. Fantastic. Can't lie to you.
That movie was fantastic.
It's like they gave the same storyline that you get from Fantastic Four, but they gave it to a bunch of kids, which changes everything. They're obviously going to react different than if they was 30 or 40. Is going to these motherfuckers. They was like 20 something, bro. These niggas in college, bro. You know what I mean? Like
they were being trained as government weapons. You know, like it was ass. But then at the end, they tied it all together because they're like, we want you to give us a building, and we need you to fund all our projects. Oh, okay. All right. Now it makes sense, but that's how it ends. Stupid.
Bro, I just read. Did y'all know that Andrew Garfield was quite literally fired from being Spider-Man because he didn't show up to a Sony event in Brazil?
I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
what shifted them to cancel the Amazing Spider-Man 3 and they go get Tom Holland.
I ain't gonna lie. After working for a Sony company, that sounds like some shit that they would do.
Like that's literally what I was like. I was like, wait, he literally got fired from being Spider-Man. Like,
just FYI, I'm gonna put that out there. There's no Andrew.
Fired from Spider-Man. I can't believe that's the first thing that pops up. Andrew Garfield was let go from the Spider-Man franchise primarily due to his absence from a crucial promotion event, coupled with the underwhelming performance of the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That wasn't his fault.
No, it's definitely not his fault.
Sony can't write a villain to save their fucking life, bro. They can't write a villain to save their fucking life, bro. He's killing it. And no knock to Jamie Foxx. Would you give us Jamie Foxx? Come on, bro. That weak ass Rhino y'all put in that movie, bro. Like the weak ass Green Goblin you put in them, bro. They can't write a villain to save their life, bro. Get out of here.
And then they start making Marvel villain movies, and they still don't know how to do it.
To save their life, bro.
Just say their life, bro.
You got a villain as the main character, and you can't even make villains for him. Y'all garbage, bro. Like. It should not be hard. First off,
Morbid time. It's fucking morbid time. Like who, bro? The whole time I really thought that was just a troll from the internet. That's a real line from the movie. Yes. He actually said that. Why would any of these movies want Jared Leto in their movie from that?
That shit's hilarious.
This man's taking risky roles, bro. He be doing anything.
Did Joker?
Well, if you're watching this, you can say no to a script, gang. Like, it's okay, bro. You tell your ass, nah.
Mahershala Ali's been doing it for the last 6 years.
You can tell
no, I'm not doing that. No.
You know
John Bernthal, he literally was not coming back as Punisher because the script was so bad until they brought back the original writers. He said no.
Hey, fix this shit, man.
And what are y'all doing?
I want to know what.
Especially.
So what?
It's different if you're an icon character like that, and it's already been good. So it's like double hard. Now you trying to bring me back with some bullshit? No, we can just leave it alone. You love me right now. You trying to fuck it up, bro? Like,
don't make me no fucking pussy, man.
Man, like,
but fix this.
I guess it do me out a favor because RDJ didn't want to die in Endgame, and it was like, yeah, bro, you're out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
This man has made almost $1 billion from Marvel movies, including this Doom role. He's like 200 million away from getting a billion off these movies, which is insane.
He did his thing, bro.
Man,
I think what they're doing with the end credit scenes in these Marvel movies, I think these are all just showing the different points of where each group is.
Yeah.
That way, by the time the movie comes out, if you've actually watched the movies, you know where everyone's
Where
at.
they,
So I do think in the end of Spider-Man, the end credit scene, I think it will be another scene shot by the Russos, because I do think they're doing all the end credit scenes for all these movies. I think it's going to be Tom Holland sees RDJ's face. I wonder if they're gonna piss me off because they're still not gonna show his face. They're just gonna give us a Tom Holland what the fuck moment like in No Way Home, not No Way Home, before that, Far From Home, where they showed his identity. But I think it's gonna be like, he sees Mr. Stark, but it's not Mr. Stark. So
well,
I think
I saw this interesting theory online. So when Tony died, Rhodey was a scroll,
yeah.
right?
I mean, technically, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was the first person to make contact with Tony's body after he died. Scrolls, well, he wasn't dead yet, but scrolls, they absorb memories by touching their face, and he touched his face. So they're saying there could be a possibility that he come back somehow as Tony Stark, but it's a scroll. I don't know, bro.
I,
Far
But
from
I'd
like
rather,
they already pissed me off with that damn TV show. I
yeah, that
already
shit
hate
was
that
ass.
he's a scroll. I hate that he's a scroll already. Like,
Oh,
just leave it
I get
alone.
it. I get it, but
stuff.
interesting
Yeah.
theory. I think I saw it on like Reddit or some shit.
Because they
But
did that in Spider-Man: Far From Home, where literally he was for Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury was a freaking scroll the entire movie.
yep, it was
But
Buddy.
it was that, you know what I mean? That makes sense. They was trying to basically hint at the fucking the whole story that we did on that week ass show. And then it's supposed to like imply you don't know how long they have actually been doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the setup was there as far as Fury in the scroll, but like yeah, they fucked it. Leave it alone. I would rather
Yeah,
they straight up if they're gonna do anything with Iron Man. I rather them straight up give me another variant. You know what I mean? Another from some other universe, or give us the Gamora route where it's our same Tony but from the past. You know what I
right.
mean? That's the only two ways I'm going. I don't
I
Man.
leave the
want, I
scrolls
want,
out. Just forget
I
it.
want, I want Captain America back in this bitch too, man.
And same thing, same thing. But I believe they could just straight up DH him because they got the technology to do that. You know what I mean?
And they've done it in the comics so many times. Like the nigga's cloned in the comics. He got an evil, crazy ass clone out here. I forget his name. This nigga be out here beating niggas' ass, talking shit. Evil Captain America.
Man,
But
yeah, I'd love to see Chris Evans come back. I want to see Chris Evans Captain America and John Walker. You know.
John Walker is stronger, I will say. But Cap will beat his ass.
The monologue alone would just be hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like in comic Congress, but I feel like MCU, even though they said it, they've showed our Captain America doing crazy shit that shouldn't even be.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you this though, right? Remember in Thunderbolts when what's his name? I'm high. What's
What?
his name?
John Walker.
John Walker. He did that leap, that high ass
Yeah.
leap. I, has Steve jumped that high?
I was thinking that same thing, but again, we seen Captain America with one hand on it stop the full force of a helicopter taking off.
Yeah.
So, like strength wise, that's more of a bigger feat than that jump. You know what I mean? So we've seen all the super soldiers make giant leaps. You know what I mean? We've seen Captain America fucking huge buildings. Like he jumped flat out of a plane without like. So I don't.
He did jump out of
They
that
could have.
building too, out of that elevator, and just straight up landed on cement. It was fine. I mean, he landed on his shield, but I was like, bro, you're still landing. That would.
Backed up that would. So I believe Captain he could do that if he wanted to. We just never seen him. But I guess we've never not necessarily not seen him do it. He's just more tactical. He using brute force because he realizes other ways to do it. Like they come up with actual combat plans to do shit. Like his slingshot is like, yeah, bitch, I'm not gonna jump, throw me. What?
Yeah, I think.
Because if you're watching Infinity War, T'Challa was at least 50 yards in front of that man, and he hawked him down. He didn't beat him, but he caught
did.
up with.
He did. They was zooming.
I don't know.
They was running
Maybe.
at least like 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
It's definitely clear that Steve Rogers is definitely smarter than John Walker.
Yeah.
I think John Walker, he's just a product of, obviously he has a more pure form of the super soldier serum than what Steve, because Steve had the first version. Throughout years there's updates. There's freaking
It's crazy.
updates to the program, but I think I still think Steve Rogers though. I think he is smarter. I think he thinks quicker on his feet than John Walker does. John Walker, I think, like you said, just pretty much uses brute force, uses his strength to his advantage, which ain't a bad thing. But Steve Rogers just does this all day.
He's
Temperament.
trained.
He's a Captain America's just calm all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like an alien invasion and dude's just whatever. You know what I mean? Meanwhile,
Think about
John
the era.
Walker triggered. You know what I mean?
The era before Steve got frozen, it was in World War II.
Yeah. It was tough.
I was running down on Nazis, man. Crazy ass Red Skull, like, bro, Hitler, all types of shit. Like, homie Bucky, best friend, like, nigga went through some shit. What John Walker go through? He got his ass whooped by Dora Milaje.
That was hilarious. He goes, there weren't even super soldiers. Bro was definitely bamboo. He's like, wait, he was really being introduced to the MCU. Like, he was pretty much getting bullied. He came in. He goes, wait a minute, what am I getting myself into?
Everybody was basically saying, you're a bitch, John Walker. You don't deserve this.
I say, Dora Milaje fucking you up, bro. They gonna fuck you up.